Super Bowl, Super Bowl. This Sunday ain't the itty bitty teeny tiny little baby bowl. No, it is the Super Bowl. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Eventually it's going to be Super Bowl 69. In 10 years, I'm going to be making so many immature jokes about what Super Bowl it is. The fun thing about DraftKings Sportsbook is you can bet on so many different things. Not just like, who's going to win the game? Red team or the flying ones? There's so many different lines that you can bet on. There's so many different ways to win. And it makes the game way more exciting. Because sometimes when I'm watching football, I'm like, we just stopped. Go again. What is this, baseball? You know who could win no matter what happens in the game? You. But only if you're betting with DraftKings. I love that people use like this athletic Super Bowl as a reason to like eat all of the snacks. People just layer different kinds of delicious lard and call it a dip, and they'll make it like themed. This is my stadium 17 lard bean dip. And then you just people just get excessive. I'm gonna drink my carbonated wheat juice and down my lard. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code Arbour. That's ARBOUR. That's code Arbour for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you spend just $5. You just put $5 in and you get $200 in bonus bets. If there's ever a time to do this, it is this week. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Hooray! Athletics, go teams! I'm Nicole Arbour, and this is the Arbour Affect. Publicists must be shaken in their flats because Hollywood is falling apart. Between Blake, Meghan, and the Democrats, I haven't seen so many misses since I went to a Leafs game. That one time. Ugh. If you've never been to a Leafs game, don't go. If I wanted to be around a bunch of finance douches, I would just go to Cactus Club. It smells of burning out in 5 years. At this point, Blake is toasted like a white girl went on a trip to Cancun. I got a mist before I left. That's not a tan. That is skin cancer. Your skin is lava. In other news, make Gaza America again. Wasn't on my bingo card for 2025, but fuck, here we are. Everything is crazy already. People are upset on both sides, and I understand. But I tried to think of it from like the mind of Donald, that he's just like the dad coming in and it's like, kids, if we're not here, are you going to attack them? Yes. Are you going to attack them if we're not here? Oh, hell yeah. It's kind of what we do. You guys can decide which side was which on that one, okay? Then we're going to park America right here in between and you're going to like it. Because if you attack America, you fucked. Because if you attack America, you fucked. So there. Problem solved. I'm the Don. I'm going to go sign more executive orders. Maybe an executive order that only country artists can win the country Grammy next year. Trump? Get on it. Get on it. So Meghan Markle, who is obsessed with us thinking she's a good person, which is, that's like rule number one. If someone is obsessed with you thinking they're a really nice, kind, good person, those are always the most evil motherfuckers. Every single time in life. If they have to be seen as perfect and angelic, or they've rehabilitated and now they're good, secretly they're like, every time. Now, I've never seen anything as bad as what Meghan Markle just did. It's one thing to do something charitable and then take a photo after, because that's what celebrities do. They're like, look, I'm a good person. PR. I just donated a bunch of money to this facility because I needed a tax write-off. Ding. And that's why they do it, by the way. That is why they do it. But Meghan Markle runs into some 15-year-old girl whose house burned to the ground. And the girl's like, oh man, I really wanted my Billie Eilish t-shirt from this concert. I guess the girl had a good time at the concert. And Meghan Markle's like, I don't know Billie Eilish, but I'm going to make sure I get you that t-shirt and make a video online about it. About my efforts as a kind person to get that t-shirt for that poor girl who lost everything in the fire. I'll be there for her. And I'll let you all know that I am. And that I did it. Me, Meghan Markle. I got that girl the t-shirt. The bitch bitch posted that she got the t-shirt and all this other merchandise that Billie Eilish, obviously her team is amazing and she's great. She sends all of the concert merch. And Megan doesn't even let it be a surprise for the 15-year-old. She takes a fucking selfie video and she's like, I've done it. She's going to be so surprised. No, she's not, bitch. You just posted this online. She's not going to be surprised at all. This is in line with those freaking influencers. I used to get so mad at them. Every year I go out and I do certain things, certain charitable things. Sometimes you guys know about them, like on Valentine's Day. I always make sure I'm giving roses to girls who may not feel like they're remembered on Valentine's Day. I do all sorts of things through the year. But you know what I don't do? Is fucking film them while I'm doing it and use it as content, because that is grotesque and you should be in front of a firing squad for doing that shit. Of insults. I don't mean kill her. Don't take my video down. Bring back feathering. The tar was a bit much for me, but like just roll them in eyelash glue or something and then feather them so that it doesn't come off until the glue comes off. Make it like that super glue, the cheap eyelash glue that like your eyes stuck like this and then it turns like pink eye and it gets a little oozy, but you're like, I look nice, I got lashes on. Dollar store lash glue. Girls, don't do it. Don't do it. Just listen, take it from me. My eye was like jizzing. It was disgusting. Don't ever dollar store eyelash glue. That's like the people that make sandwiches and then they go hand them out to homeless people, but they film the homeless people and then they turn it into content that they monetize and it gets millions of views because they're such a good person. They're making millions of dollars on the back end of those videos that they don't give to anybody. Charity influencers are millionaires and they make that money from doing nice things. Homeless person got a sandwich. Influencer got a car from it. I have like jizz in my eye now. I do. I feel like, from saying it, there's something like, there's like a little floater in my ball. There's like jizz in there. I wish there was jizz in my eye. I wish. I didn't get any this morning. Had a little jizz in my eye. No, I'm not editing that out. I'm putting that in. No, I refuse. Fine. I mean, it's a few days old now, but fine. Let's talk about the Grammys. Beyonce is apparently sponsored by Clorox bleach now, because how are you whiter than me? How are you whiter than she? It's not like she's come out and said she has that disease where her skin is turning lighter, but Beyonce used to have darker skin, and she literally was whiter and blonder than me at the Grammys. That's weird. Did a single one of you listen to that album all the way through? Because I did. Aside from the TikTok anthem of Texas Hold'em that literally got famous from the dancers making dances to it, which I actually like doing the dance to. It was fun. This ain't Texas. Woo! Will Smith's kids just look like a special ed class. Okay, there's a castle on your head. Idiot. Panties and a trench coat. Is that what your mom wore to your brother's friend's house when she banged him and then told everybody about it? That family's too weird. Too weird for me. Dad's going around slapping people. Slap your fucking kids. They look like idiots. It's not like artistic. It's like autistic. You know? Even autistic kids are like, no, fuckers look like they're stimming. Autistic kids will be like, I can't stop moving, whatever. And then they're like, I just painted a freaking masterpiece. Will Smith's son turned into freaking Ralph Wiggum. I have a castle on my head. Fucking kids look like they eat paste. Let's talk for real about Beyonce's album, Cowboy Carter. It's not that it's a bad. Okay, let's talk about Beyonce's album because it's bullshit. It's...
You like went 180 there.
Because I was gonna be,
It's a bad album.
I wasn't gonna be like, it's not that it's a bad album, but like it is. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. And the thing is, it's cosplay. She cosplayed like she's doing country music. That's what people aren't really addressing. All of the lyrics are bullshit. It is not her experience. It is not her life. I think there was like 70 something writers on that album, and that's why it's complete bullshit. Billie Eilish on her album, I think, had 2 writers, her and her brother, and that's it. And she's writing her life, and she's writing what she knows. Chappell Roan, I think, maybe had around 7 maximum when it got into like some of the music as well, including producers. Beyonce had like 70 something writers on it. You really think Beyonce and Jay-Z are down at their favorite dive bar? Really? So she's not at a dive bar. She's not in Texas. You think she's slow dancing with Jay-Z at a hoedown? It's an act. And that's why country fans are pissed off. Because this is their reality. This is how they really live. And she literally put on a little sparkle hat and was like, I'm down at the hoedown. It's like, bitch, no, you're not. She covered Jolene, but then she like lemonaded it. She's like, I'm gonna get my baseball bat, Jolene. I'm gonna fuck you up, Jolene. You coming for my... Bitch, we've seen Jay-Z. No one's coming for your man. He's a Muppet. What's really weird for me is this whole album was like she was doing an impression of Tanner, who is on the album. People might notice I just stole this girl's entire persona, personality, and style. I better put her on my album. Go look her up, Tanner Adele. She sat there with her sheen wig on, her freaking Fashion Nova sparkle onesie, and her 13-year-old has her tits out. Okay, maybe you are country. It seems to me like people who were at Diddy parties were trying to give her awards as fast as possible. Like Jay-Z went to the house and got all the tapes before they burned down. That's my theory. Come on. Beyonce's singing is incredible. Her former albums were amazing. Cowboy Carter was his cosplay. I'll just boil it down, take out all my little jokes out of it, whatever. Beyonce, I know you could take a joke, right? That's not why everyone's scared of you. The producers from Chicago of the album, like, you know, one TikTok anthem beating Chapel Roan, who to me, I'm just like, flowers, give her all the flowers. Like every song on her album was a hit. She had like 5 or 6 certified hits on one album, her first big album at the gate, and she didn't win album of the year. I'm gonna enter my music next year in African traditional category, so let's see how I do. I'm fine with white dudes with dreads doing reggae, but when they suddenly have a patois accent, that's when I'm like, okay, now you're Iggy Azalea from Australia, but when she rapped, she had a black southern accent, so it's kind of weird. In other news, thousands of American government employees are taking buyouts where they get paid for something like 9 months for not even going to work if they quit now. That is how fucking useless they were, that the government would rather pay them to go away than have them around draining everyone's energy and not doing the job. And some Americans are like, what the heck? They get paid to do nothing now? That's exactly what they were doing before. So it's not going to make a difference in your life. The producers from Chicago. USAID. What? Okay, so apparently USAID, the organization that's been accepting a ton of money to do charitable things, is a total scam. Whoa. DOGE has been just like raining hell down on all of these fraudulent organizations that have really just been used for money laundering. Is it USAID, right? USAID? Okay, well, to me it says USAID, but I'll say USAID. Hundreds of millions of dollars have been completely used for bullshit. I'm upset because I got none of that money, and frankly, I would have taken it. Real talk. I do not donate to charities most of the time. If I'm checking out somewhere and they're like, do you want to round up for this? No. We're doing donations for? No. Because most of the money at charitable organizations is sucked up in administration and laundering. I learned this a couple years ago, and I was part of 2 really big charity shows. I was performing at this gala, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people here tonight. How much money did you guys raise? And I had to go on the mic and like talk about how much money was raised tonight. Woo, yeah, we raised $1 million tonight. And then I asked the organizer of this cancer foundation, how much of the money actually goes now to cancer research? And she's like, oh, well, you know, there's a lot of costs. And I'm like, what costs? They pretty much laughed in my face. So I actually did some deep diving myself and found that of that $1 million, say, 200,000 went to the event planner. It wasn't that good of a party. That's not like the price of the party. That was already paid for. This is just for actual event planning. You threw down some fucking tables at a banquet center. They do this every single night. That's what a banquet center does. Around 400,000 that was going to be eaten in administrative costs. The fuck does that mean? Well, they had to pay their staff from the charitable organization for the night. You could hire promo models for like $18 to $20 an hour to do exactly what these people did. And $400,000 is being eaten up in costs for like running the organization. It was just complete bullshit. Long story short, when it got down to it, I couldn't find a single dollar that was actually going to go to cancer research. And this happens all the time. You are so much better off donating directly to a person that you know who needs help than you are giving money to these giant foundations that aren't going to do anything with your money other than pocket it, or they're going to give it to their friends. It makes me mad too, because like people try and like guilt trip you into donating to stuff, and I'm like, no, because I know where this money's going. Stop looking at me like that. Just put my fucking groceries in the bag, lady. They also have discovered that 3.9 million was sent for LGBT causes in the Western Balkans. 5.5 million for LGBT activism in Uganda. Uganda does not get down like that, so I hope that 5.5 million was spent on plane tickets for the gays, because if it wasn't, that's a waste of money. You put up a couple of colorful flags and stop them from getting lynched? Stop it. 6 million for advancing LGBT issues in priority countries around the world. world. I bet that's in the Clintons' pocket. 6.3 million for men who have sex with men in South Africa. That's offensive. $6.3 million for men who have sex with men. What's a men who have sex with men in America get? Or in Canada get? You know what they get? They get AIDS. Sorry, I had to. What are you giving a bunch of gays $6.3 million for? Cheese boards? It's expensive fucking charcuteries. And while all these numbers are being discovered, Democrats and other idiots are screaming, "Why is Elon Musk uncovering this? We didn't even vote for him. Nobody voted for Elon to be in this position." Kind of like what happened with Kamala. kind of the same. Whoa, you guys didn't know Elon Musk was going to be part of DOGE? It's not like he went around the country campaigning with Donald Trump saying he's going to do exactly that. It's not like he was on stage at the rallies being like, if you vote for Trump, I will do XYZ as part of this administration. It's not like Trump said openly that this is exactly what's going to that's exactly what happened. How are you going to pretend you didn't know Elon was going to be part of the package when he was literally part of the package? I decided in 2025 I'm going to be more like gymnasts and just do random hand things for no reason in between important stuff. They'll run and be like, bam. And then they like some sign language. I don't understand floor exercises in gymnastics. Even on the beam, they'll be like, flip, bam. And then they make out. That's how all fights end in my head. That's how lesbians were actually invented, by the way. It was a fight that turned to a makeout session. That's what I think. It was a girl fight that just turned weird. And in our final story, Greece is shaking like a peen after a good pee on the side of the road. Like, for real. They've had like hundreds of earthquakes in the last few days, and the entire island of Santorini is now evacuating. Some say it's climate change, some say it's Zeus rising from the depths, and I say it's a carnival cruise coming by. It's Maury on water. Everybody come back. They're just doing the electric slide again. This is the 10th time today. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. I love olive oil. I fucking love olive oil. Maury. That is like my nightmare, is accidentally booking a Carnival cruise line, and then I wake up and the whole boat is shaking from the dancing. Do your dance. Are you gonna attack them if we're not here? Oh hell yeah. Super Bowl. I wish there was jizz in my eye. My name's Nicole Arbour, and this was the Arbour Affect. Thanks for watching. Keep laughing, be good to each other in real life, and until next time, whoopsh, go team. Football, teams. Caw-caw! Okay, bye. That was fun for me. Just leave me alone.